Thank you very much. Because they may have, as you would call it, a case, it may be a case, but it's also a case where there's a tiny fraction of death, tiny fraction, and they get better very quickly. Yeah, they may have it for a short period of time, but as you know, the seriousness of it in terms of what it leads to is extraordinarily small. Yeah, I think that for the most part they do very well. I mean, they don't get very sick. They don't catch it easily. They don't get very sick. And according to the people that I've spoken to, they don't transport it or transfer it to other people, or certainly not very easily. So, yeah, I think schools have to open. We want to get our economy going.
Sent out invitations to do so?
No, we haven't sent out invitations. We're talking to them. As you know, I was on the phone with many of them yesterday with respect to Lebanon, which is truly one of the saddest, most catastrophic things I've ever seen. And they have no idea how many people have died. They're having revolution right now in that country. It's just a terrible thing. I'm much more inclined to do it sometime after the election. We were going to do it in September. They'd like to do it. We could do it through teleconference or we could do it through a meeting, but I sort of am now suggesting, I told my people yesterday actually, why don't we do it sometime after the election when things are a little bit, you have a little more time to think about it because it's very important. They're hurting people very badly. This would have been so easy for them to do. And I saw that Senator Schumer said today on a show, I don't know what show, but he said today on a show that we should meet, we should do something. But, you know, where has he been for, how many weeks have you been negotiating? Like 4? And they should do something. It would have been so much easier than doing it the way we did it. But we did something that's very important. And frankly, it's been well received, very well received. It's a national park. It's a national historic site. It's incredible. You know, it's the history. It's incredible, actually, to me. It was a very important place and is a very important place in our country. So we're looking at that, and we're looking at the White House. The White House would be very much easier for Secret Service. You see what just went on here. They're all here. Just like you have your seats, they have their seats at the White House. So there wouldn't be any expense or any extraordinary expense.
American officials?
Well, we've already responded in many different ways. We're talking a lot about China. We shouldn't have been talking about China. We did a phase 1 deal, and it was a wonderful deal, and all of a sudden it means very little in the overall import of things. They should have never allowed what happened to the world, including us. It's developing. They're treated as what they call a developing nation, which gives them tremendous incentives and advantages over and above what the United States gets and over and above what other countries get also. This is a developing nation? I don't think so. I don't think for purposes of what we're talking about it should be. And we are putting in, and we've already put in a request that China should no longer be declared a developing nation and have advantages over the U.S. And I told them that a year ago.